Hi, Baliradio.net listeners. Welcome back to Baliradio.net. And today we're honored because we have one of Bali's great musicians here in the studio. And he's doing some work that's not that much how do I call it? It's not that much here in Bali. Let's put it there. Well, welcome, Kamau.
Hey, peace. What's up? How you doing?
Hey, can you maybe introduce yourself a little bit to our listeners that are maybe not that familiar yet?
Hello, listeners out in Radio Land. My name is Kamau. I'm from San Francisco, California, but been living here in Bali for a cool minute, almost 8 years. Based here, I should say. I had a couple stints where I was living other places, but always would come back to Bali because Bali is Bali, you know. I'm a performance artist, and I say performance artist because pretty much all aspects of performance arts I do. I've done on a professional level, from dancing to choreography to rapping, poetry, acting, theater. What else?
I think you mentioned everything.
Performance art, yeah. I mean, DJ, you know what I mean? Whatever. I just express, you feel me? As an artist, I just, you know, whatever I feel like expressing, I try to do it as best as I can. So, yeah.
Okay, so how long have you been doing all that, and how did it start it, and where did it start it, in which form did it start?
Okay, yeah. I guess that is important. Well, back in San Francisco where I grew up, like I was blessed to grow up kind of in the arts because my mother was into the theater arts. She was a high school drama teacher, and she had a black arts, like a theater publication in San Francisco, which would do reviews of the different black or African American productions that would come to San Francisco at the time. This is, you know, the 80s or whatnot. And she would also hold like after parties at my house when I was little. So all these like famous actors like Samuel L. Jackson and Whoopi Goldberg, Danny Glover. I got like old photos of them dancing in my kitchen, you know. And so I just kind of grew up around it. And I was in my first play, my first theatrical play when I was 6, I think. It was a full production or whatnot. And then, you know, some little TV things here and there. And then I started skateboarding around 10, and then that consumed my life for the next almost 10 years.
Okay. And how did you get in touch with hip-hop at the first time?
My brother introduced me to it because he was a graffiti artist when I was younger. He was doing a lot of graffiti arts, and he had a crew, and they were pretty popular in San Francisco. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, just like any younger brother, he wants to be like his older brother. So started, and actually with hip-hop, I came in first doing graffiti. I had a crew of little 10-year-old kids running around doing graffiti and stuff. So, so that was my first introduction, as well as at the time, like Beat Street had just this movie called Beat Street had came out, and I seen that, and that's when I first seen like breaking, and I was like, oh, I want to do some of that. And so, I started learning a little bit of that. And that was, and then like local neighborhood DJs, this DJ Pause in particular, he was a famous local DJ. He gave me my first mixtape, which had all these classic songs like Eric B. and Rakim, Run DMC, Slick Rick, all these different classic songs. And that was my first taste of, you know, the music. And from there it just grew, you know, just seeing when the videos came out, you see videos, and, you know, just you grow up in it, you feel me? So everybody around me was in it, so yeah.
Okay, and about PitchBlack Gold, how long has that project been going on, and how did it start it?
Well, PitchBlack Gold is just my stage name.
Okay.
It originally was Pitch Black. I used to go by just the name Pitch Black, and I released the album back in 2002 under that name, Pitch Black. But then after that album was released, and then just having a variety of experiences, I added gold to the name. And Pitch Black for me is like when you look within. It's like you, in order to get in touch with who you truly are, as a spiritual being, as a human being, as a person who is learning and growing, you got to kind of tune out the world in order to do that. And so to do it on a deeper level. And so pitch black is that state that you go into, that total darkness, and then when you're in that state of darkness, you discover yourself. And so as I was learning about myself and my place in the world, and realizing that those riches come from within, that's when I add the gold. The gold is symbolic of richness and wealth, but spiritual wealth, not necessarily monetary wealth in this sense. So I say pitch black gold.
Okay. And about you being here in Bali, creating, performing, and doing everything in Bali, how long has that been going on, and why Bali?
Well, initially I came and I just wanted to be on a sabbatical. I was doing like a lot of performing back in the States at the time. And I started doing traveling to different countries, performing and interacting with different artists and activists and things like that. And when I returned home from this one trip I did in India, I was like, all right, I want to go live somewhere else for a while. And out of my travels, Bali really resonated with me. So, I came here. I brought a bag of books that I just wanted to dive into and be in, for like a year, then go back home and continue what I was doing. But such is life, you don't plan for everything. Even though when you make a plan, the higher aspect of life will be like, no, you're not going to do that. You're going to do this, know. So it kept me out on this side. And I started doing this and having new experiences here and meeting this person and meeting these people. And it just leads to all new experiences. And ultimately that's, for me, that's what life is about, having new experiences and learning and growing from them. So I stuck around. And as an artist, I just naturally want to share and for anybody who wants to learn and to help them in the process of learning it. So I'm here.
And now, can you please tell us more about your music, about Pitch Black Gold itself?
Well, my music, with any music that I make, with the lyrics that I write, I try to speak to the depths of a situation and hit it from a mind, body, and spirit perspective. So not just like catering to one aspect. So if I make a party song, even if it's, trying to get you to move and shake your butt, I'm still going to try to put some content that's respectful to you as a human being. I'm not going to disrespect you as a human being and disrespect your intelligence. So even if it's party and it's fun and it's boom, I'm still going to have little jewels in there that hopefully you can pick up something off that can, that can be of benefit to you beyond just shaking your butt. So that I take that mentality and put it through whatever. If I'm talking about streets, if I'm talking about world issues, situations, whatever I'm speaking to, I try to hit it at the heart of the matter, and do it, as best as I can.
Okay, and is there one special experience that you have had during this whole journey here in Bali with all the forms of arts that you have performed and created? Is there any one particular one that's most memorable?
Wow. Is there one that's most memorable? I was really, I really was feeling grateful and thankful to be a part of, I work with Aerial Crew, which is from Bali, the B-Boys here, and I've been grateful to be a part of, their process of learning and growing, and to witness that, and to see, last year, that they won the championships in Jakarta, the B-Boy championships, and it was at October of last year, and it was all the different breaking crews from all over Indonesia competing in this competition, and for them to win that was cool. I really appreciate it. I felt good for that. So that was a good moment. There's been little smaller moments, really solid performances that it's mostly with them. I like seeing them put it down. I like seeing the crowd really get hyped and excited when they're dancing and doing their thing and having a good time. So there's been quite a few of those moments. I really, I like those moments.
And what is your biggest hope for your music for in the future?
Biggest hope for my music, I would, ideally I would like to be able to get it just as far as it can go, to be able to travel around performing again. Like before I moved to Bali, I was traveling around a lot doing performances. But since coming here, I've been kind of just here and just local here. Maybe go to Jakarta a few times, but in this region, I would like to be able to go out again performing. That's just it. Really, just spread it as far as it can go, to put out songs that people can feel and relate to, and rock parties and get people hyped and having a good time with good music and good lyrics. I can give you just like I have a blog site. It's PitchBlackGold.wordpress.com, and I put information on there. Also, I've been developing a social organization here, which is for the youth and developing in performance arts, called TrueCreativeActivity.com. I put information on there as well. And you can just hit me on Twitter at PitchBlackGold. Facebook thing, I'm on there as well, PitchBlack Gold. You can holler at me. That's how social media. So if there's something popping, we throw it up on there. If you in the line, then you'll get in tune. So just holler at me like that. And also you can, if you want to hear some music, you can go to www.soundcloud.com/PitchBlackGold, and you can have some freestyle like DJ mixes and songs up there as well. You can check out. Yeah.
Cool. Well, Baliradio.net listeners, it was the interview with Kamau, and we really hope that you enjoyed the interview and also the songs that have been played and will also still be played after this interview. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere, and have a great day.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
All right. Sip, sip.
Cheer. Hey, Bali Radio. Music, culture, lifestyle, Pitch Black Gold. I'm going to let you know how I roll like this. Hey. Allow things to develop, gradually advance. Patience and persistence, I can see life dance. Flowing through a candlelight, love in the first kiss, shining through an angel light. Children of an earth mix, down from a higher school, wandering and traveling. Closer to the mysteries, made for unraveling. Cat's eye talisman, black tourmaline. Scale on my shoulder with an ankh in between. 3 coins tossed in to whip my life theme. 63rd hexagram, I Ching. Me sing songs of freedom, bring along the good life. Fellowship, free in the good light. Hood like a village in harmony. Resources rich, holistic. Ain't no trips to the pharmacy. Insurance from the currents that animated my flesh. One love, one life, no death. Looking to the scene. The future is seen. We made the light go, go, go green. Looking to the scene. The future is seen. We made the light go, go, go green. Looking to the scene. The future is seen. We made the light go, go, go green. Looking to the scene. The future is seen. We made the light go, go green. New rituals emerge, communion with the earth, all land is preserved. The doom in our breath as it left has reversed. No one owns a river crystal clear as they converge. No ownership of seeds, all life can proceed in harmony with seasons like the fruit on the trees. Roots in soil, fertile like an adolescent. Playground innocence, strolling down the path of blessing. Laugh for a second at the drama. You see they want us to forget the blue dot is mama. The flu shot is trauma. I'ma go see the medicine man. He scanned my health just by looking at my hands. Herbology. Metaphysic properties, social entrepreneur, no chance for monopolies. Advance to go green, make dirty water steam, then rain down clean the fresh drinking water streams. Looking to the scene, the future is seen, we made the light go, go, go green. Looking to the scene, the future is seen, we made the light go, go, go green. Looking to the scene, the future is seen, we made the light go, go, go green. Looking to the scene, the future is seen, we made the light go, go green. Peace. Yeah. Clean up Bali, man. It's getting too dirty.